Bhaktivedanta purports ki Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga Gaur Premanande Hari. So for those of you who are meeting me for the first time, my name is Bhakti Bhrat Bhagavat Swami, and I joined ISKCON about 40 years ago in 1983. And I'm happy to be in your nice association. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So I'll speak briefly on this particular verse and take more questions. We are going till what time?
It's 8:15.
What time we complete?
9.
Okay. So verse what? Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 9, entitled Prahlad pacifies Lord Nishingadev with prayers. Text number 43. Naivod Vijay Para Duratyaya Vaitaranyas Twadvidya Gayana Mamrita Magna Chitta Sochetato Vimukta Chetasa Indriyata Maya Sukaya Maram Udvahato Vimudhan. Yes.
Naivo Dvije Paraduratyavataranyasa Adviyagayana Mamritamagna Chitta Chetato Vimukta Saindriyata Maya Sukaya Paramudhato
Mataji. And the word for word. You can say the word for word in Hindi.
Hindi or English?
Hindi.
नहीं एवं निश्चय अथवा दुरत्य पार करना कठिन है आपके यश का काम करा गायन कीर्तन करने से या वितरित करने से अमृत के समान आध्यात्मिक आनंद के महासागर सोचे मैं केवल पछता रहा हूँ तथा उसमें विमुक्त चेतसा वे मुमुक्त तथा दूत विमूर्त तथा दूत जो कृष्ण भावना में से विहीन माया सुखाय क्षणिक मोहमय सुख के धर्म मिथ्या भार्य उत्तरदायित्व अपने परिवार समाज तथा राष्ट्र के पालन तथा उस हेतु विषद प्रबंध उठाए हुए इस प्रबंधन के लिए महान योजनाएं बनाकर यद्यपि मूर्खों तथा दूतों के अतिरिक्त कुछ नहीं है मैं उनके विषय में भी सोच रहा हूँ।
Translation and purport.
अनुवाद इस डिवाइन रिलेशनशिप द्वारा सत्तावतार की अनुवाद। हे श्रेष्ठ महापुरुष, मैं भौतिक जगत से तनिक भी भयभीत नहीं क्योंकि मैं जहाँ कहीं भी ठहरता हूँ आपके यश तथा कार्यक्रम के विचारों को नहीं करता हूँ। मैं एकमात्र उन मूर्खों तथा गोलकों के लिए सीमित हूँ जो भौतिक सुख के लिए तथा अपने परिवार समाज तथा देश के पालन हेतु बड़ी बड़ी योजनाएं बनाते हैं। मैं मात्र उनके प्रति प्रेम के बारे में संसार भर में सारे व्यक्ति भौतिक जगत के दुखों से निपटने के लिए बड़ी बड़ी योजनाएं बनाते हैं। यह बात वर्तमान समय के लिए, भूतकाल के लिए, भविष्य के लिए सत्य है। यद्यपि लोग इतनी बड़ी बड़ी राजनैतिक, सामाजिक तथा सांस्कृतिक योजनाएं बनाते हैं तो भी यहाँ पर उन्हें विमूढ़ अर्थात विमूढ़ कहा गया है। भगवद्गीता में इस भौतिक जगत को सुखाने लेकिन ये मूर्ख भौतिक जगत को सुखाने सुख का आगार बनाने पर बोले हैं। वे यह नहीं जानते कि प्रत्येक वस्तु भौतिक प्रकृति की व्यवस्था के अनुसार किस प्रकार की और प्रकृति अपने ढंग से कार्य करती है। प्रकृति क्रियमाणा में अहंकार मोहग्रस्त जीवात्मा प्रकृति के तीनों गुणों के प्रभाव में अपने आप को उन सारे कार्यों का कर्ता मान लेता है जो वास्तव में प्रकृति द्वारा संपन्न होते हैं। भगवद्गीता 3 अध्याय 21 श्लोक। भौतिक प्रकृति जो मानव रूप में दुर्गा नाम से जानी जाती है असुरों को दंडित करने के लिए योजना बनाती है। यद्यपि सारे असुर जो दिशा विहीन रहते हैं रहते हैं, जीवन संघर्ष में रत रहते हैं, किंतु दुर्गा देवी जो अपने 10 हाथों में विभिन्न आयुधों से युक्त रहती है, उनको सीधा प्रहार करती है। वे अपने सिंह वाहन या रजो तथा तमोगुण पर सवारी करते हैं। प्रत्येक व्यक्ति रजो तथा तमोगुणों द्वारा युद्ध करने और प्रकृति पर विजय प्राप्त करने का घोर संघर्ष करता है, किंतु अंततः प्रकृति के नियमों द्वारा सबों का विनाश होता है। भौतिक तथा आध्यात्मिक लोगों के बीच में वेतनी नामक एक नदी पड़ती है। इसके दूसरी ओर आध्यात्मिक जगत में पहुंचने के लिए इस नदी को पार करना होता है। इसे पार करना दुष्कर है, जैसा कि भगवत गीता के 7वें श्लोक में भगवान कहते हैं, देवी हे साधु नहीं मम माया प्रत्यया, मेरी इस दैविक शक्ति को जो 3 गुणों वाली है पार पाना कठिन है। यहाँ पर यही देवत्या शब्द जिसका अर्थ अत्यंत कठिन। अतः कोई भगवान की दया के बिना प्रकृति के कठोर नियमों से पार नहीं पा सकता। इतने पर भी सारे भौतिकवादी अपनी अपनी योजनाओं से मोहग्रस्त कर भी इस भौतिक जगत में सुखी बनने के लिए बारंबार प्रयास करते हैं। इसलिए उन्हें विमूढ़ प्रथम कोटि का मूर्ख कहा गया। जहाँ तक प्रहलाद महाराज की बात है, वे तनिक भी दुखी नहीं थे, क्योंकि इस भौतिक जगत में रहते हुए भी कृष्ण भावना से भरपूर थे। जो लोग कृष्ण भावना भावित हैं और भगवान की सेवा करने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं, वे दुखी नहीं है। किंतु जिसके पास कृष्ण भावना की कोई पूंजी नहीं है और जो जीवन संघर्ष में रत है, वह न केवल मूर्ख है अपितु भी। प्रहलाद महाराज एक साथ सुखी तथा कृष्ण भावना में वे अत्यंत सुख तथा दिव्य आनंद का अनुभव कर रहे थे। फिर भी वे उन मूर्खों तथा धूर्तों के लिए अत्यधिक दुखी थे, जो इस भौतिक जगत में सुखी बनने की विशद योजनाएं बनाते हैं।
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जना शलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। One of Srila Prabhupada's disciples, she wrote to Srila Prabhupada that her parents are giving her many difficulties and not wanting her to practice Krishna consciousness at home. In other words, they don't agree with you can be vegetarian and so forth. This is in America. So Srila Prabhupada wrote back and said that despite the challenges that you face at home, you should still be respectful to your parents. And then Srila Prabhupada gave an extreme example that Hiranyakashipu, who was the father, he wanted to kill the son, who was Prahlad. And Srila Prabhupada said, but at least I know that your parents are not trying to kill you. So the situation is a little mild. And yet you should still be respectful to your parents. So here in this particular verse, Sri Prahlad Maharaj was giving these beautiful and deep prayers. And the prayers basically is the form of compassion. And in the spiritual nature, especially in Goloka Vrindavan, you do not find this form of compassion there. Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. In Goloka Vrindavan, nobody needs to preach to somebody else. See? And this is missing there. Because in Goloka Vrindavan, it's simply a flow of love or ecstasy in terms of engaging in devotional service between Sri Krishna and his eternal associates. It's just a flow of ecstasy. But that flow of ecstasy sometimes is stunted on the basis of Krishna increasing the flow of ecstasy by so-called stopping it. My consciousness is taking me back to yesterday morning's class that I gave in the Shri Krishna Balaram Mandir before I left. Where was this famous verse that just came to pass my way. Tavakatam ritam tapta jivanam. You know the verse. So I explained on that verse yesterday. And this particular verse is spoken in separation of feeling to Krishna, who was not there when he disappeared from the rasa dance. But the feeling of separation of the gopis exhibited there are describing the preacher. Burida means and one who is most beneficent or magnanimous, which is an indicator for us in the form of Srila Prabhupada. So here also Prahlad Maharaj is expressing the same feeling of compassion. But for the gopis in Goloka Vrindavan, they can only speak about it in that form of the verse, but they cannot feel it unless they descend from Goloka Vrindavan into this world, just as Prahlad played that part to descend into this world in the pastimes of the appearance of Lord Nishingadev. So the highest feeling of love in Goloka Vrindavan is called bhava or ecstasy. And the highest feeling of love, which is beyond ecstasy in the material world, is called compassion. We have one devotee's name here, Aradhya Daya. Aradhya Divesh. There was a Daya also. Some Daya. Or Adokshaja Daya. No. Any Daya here? His wife's name is Nrsimha Daya. Oh, Nrsimha Daya. That's the one. His wife. Yeah. There is one more devotee. Nanda Daya. Nanda Daya. So this is Nrsimhadev and Daya in the form of Prahlad Maharaj. So actually, I was thinking, some Daya I heard yesterday. So it's Nrsimha Daya. One brahmachari name is Dayalu Kanai. Dayalu Kanai. But this verse is Nrsimha Daya because the Daya is not coming from Nrsimhadev. The Daya is coming from Prahlad Maharaj. So Nrsimha Daya means the form of Prahlad Maharaj, who's begging Nrsimhadev, please be merciful. Because Prahlad Maharaj is already merciful or compassionate. So we can tell Adokshaja, Dham, that his wife's name is that she is a servant of Prahlad Maharaj, not Nrsimhadev, according to this verse. So she is the servant of the intimate servant of Nrsimhadev. Nrsimhadev. She may be listening. She's cooking for me today. So therefore the highest feature of love, which is beyond and not available in Goloka Vrindavan, is not bhava, that's there, ecstasy. But the highest feature here is called daya, or sometimes kripa, which is called compassion. That's love. So Srila Prabhupada used to quote Prahlad Maharaj, but Srila Prabhupada used to quote Prahlad Maharaj, but actually he's unknowingly telling us about himself. And most of the lectures on Srimad Bhagwatam, the thousands of lectures that Srila Prabhupada gave, most of the lectures came from the teachings of Prahlad Maharaj in this world when he was with us. So Srila Prabhupada used to often quote Para Dukkha Dukhi. We have a microphone here, wireless. Give it to Mataji. We met before? Yes, what's your name? Mandali. Mandali Mataji. So when I said Para Dukkha Dukhi, your head shook. Yes, yes. What it means? Dukhi means? English. Somebody suffer. Nice. Going is good. See, she's speaking English. She's going to tell me she understands English, but she cannot speak English, but she's speaking English. No. You have grandchild. You have grandchildren. Children. You adopting the brahmacharis as your son? Nice. You're number one. He wants to eat pizza. You like pizza? He likes pizza. And he wants not the regular cheese, mozzarella cheese. So ask in Hindi when she's making pizza for you. Loudly. Declare it boldly. भैया पिज्जा कब मिलेगा बताइए. When? Evening. Only for him, not the other brahmacharis. All brahmachari.
We are 40 ब्रह्मचारी. हम 40 भक्त लोग.
जी महाराज.
This is very serious.
I'm serious, Maharaj. This is an opportunity for me.
Yeah, but you can see Adhikata Prabhu's size. Stand up, show. So he'll eat twice than the other brahmacharis. What time pizza is delivered?
कितने बजे आप शाम में पिज्जा देंगे?
8:30.
8:30.
They won't get up for Mangala Aarti.
बहुत लेट हो जाएगा, सुबह उठने में दिक्कत होगी.
Okay, make it easier. Tomorrow morning for breakfast.
Yes,
because she'll be in anxiety. Yeah. She still have to look for the money also.
पैसे की चिंता हो रही है? नहीं ऐसे नहीं. No indeed.
पैसे तो ये लोग
She has lots of money.
Oh no.
Para dukkha dukhi, say in Hindi.
para dukkha dukhi का मतलब है कि जो दूसरे के दुख से दुखी हो जाए, अपने दुख से तो सभी दुखी होते हैं.
If someone is suffering, by saying someone is suffering, seeing his become क्या बोलेंगे? After seeing someone suffering, he becomes.
Pujari, tomorrow pizza. But what time is the pizza tomorrow?
सुबह में कितने बजे आएगा पिज्जा?
सुबह क्लास के बाद.
After Bhagwata class.
So she won't come for class then.
फिर तो क्लास में नहीं आ पाएगी.
Online.
Online booking करेगी.
So is it okay? So they won't cook So they won't cook separate breakfast for the brahmacharis.
She will order but tell it to me.
Ordering?
Yeah. She will not cook.
No, she has to cook. How you serve the son?
आपको खुद से बना के सर्व करना पड़ेगा.
No. Yeah, she's extending a team. You said 40, The mother will faint. She has a team, right? Team. Yeah. So tomorrow, tomorrow course starting. What time breakfast? 9 o'clock.
Our breakfast time is 7:45.
No, for those who are coming for the class is 9 o'clock, right? Okay, figure the details out later. Yeah. See, these brahmacharis, they're suffering, Para dukkha dukhi. Don't get pizza. No pizza. So you're giving them some ecstasy. Okay. So para dukkha dukhi means, as Mataji said, translate for me.
If someone, after watching someone sad, becomes sad. Suffering. Exactly what?
Those who suffer by seeing others.
Give him microphone. No, for me. She says in Hindi, I need English.
Seeing unhappy when we see someone suffering.
When you see someone suffering, and if you don't feel their suffering, there's something wrong with you. Something? Yeah. So this is how Prahlad Maharaj feels, and this is how Srila Prabhupada feels. Srila Prabhupada feels that when somebody is suffering, if I can't feel their suffering, then I won't be able to help them. You've got to have feeling for suffering to help them to come out of the suffering. That's para dukkha dukhi. See? So this is Prahlad Maharaj. He's saying the same thing here. For my own self, I'm okay. Prahlad Prabhupada says in the purport. As for Prahlad Maharaj, he was not at all unhappy. For although he was in the material world, he was full of Krishna consciousness. Those who are Krishna conscious trying to serve the Lord are not unhappy. Whereas one who has no assets in Krishna consciousness is struggling for existence is not only foolish but extremely unhappy also. Prahlad Maharaj was happy and unhappy simultaneously. He felt happiness and transcendental bliss because of his being Krishna conscious, yet he felt great unhappiness for the fools and rascals who make elaborate plans to be happy in this material world. So for a devotee preacher especially, if he is happy, there's something wrong with the preacher. The preacher is always grave and serious because he sees so many people are suffering, and he feels and she feels the pain and the stress and anxiety of those who are suffering. Para dukkha dukhi. So when Prabhupada used to glorify Prahlad Maharaj like this, he's actually indirectly telling us about his own heart and consciousness. And that's how we came to Krishna consciousness. By Srila Prabhupada feeling our pain and suffering. And in turn, when we became purified from the suffering of the material world, then we feel the pain and suffering of others, and we extend the beautiful life of Krishna consciousness to others. Okay? Now, do you have any comments or questions you'd like to ask? My health is even improving while speaking. There's some reflux, sometimes it hits the chest.
Is it good question?
Yes, microphone, yeah. You can say in Hindi if you want.
महाराज जैसे कॉन्फेशन है कि मैं आर्टिफिशियल से नहीं आ सकता
Tell him eat microphone. Eat. Eat the microphone. Eat slowly. Eat. Now speak.
ये जो भावना है कॉन्फेशन की दूसरे जीवों के प्रति दया की भावना है ये जैसे हम लेक्चर सुन रहे तो अभी के भावना नेचुरल नहीं हुआ तो हमारा फर्स्ट टास्क क्या है दया को आर्टिफिशियल लाना या अपना हार्ट में
How can we develop genuine compassion?
What's his name?
Chitranjan.
Tell him I have a question for him. To answer his question. Tell him. Tell him it's my habit. Everyone knows me by now. Ask him if he is married. Children. Do you have compassion for your children? Mataji, yeah, his wife.
No.
Children not yet. Who knows his wife and children? You see, news will go. That Mataji, raise your hand. You know her? She will go and tell your wife. Big problem, you go home. So tell him I'll ask question in another way. So if your if your wife is suffering by not giving you pain, translate for him.
I understand.
If your wife is suffering, but she's suffering but not giving you pain, you can see she's suffering, and the children are suffering, what will you do? Ask.
He will go to doctor.
Oh, he's talking about maybe there's some disease. Yeah, you'll go to doctor. Yeah. So ask him if the wife is suffering from some illness. If he doesn't take her to the doctor, how does he feel?
He will feel pain.
He's not feeling pain, therefore he's not taking to doctor. If he's feeling pain in the pain of his wife and children who are not well, then he'll take to doctor, right?
So मतलब डॉक्टर पास लेके नहीं जाने का आप दर्द महसूस नहीं करें दर्द महसूस करेंगे तो डॉक्टर पास
You will ignore or you will neglect. See? So again the question, do you have compassion for your wife and children? And how many percent? How many percent?
It depends on situation.
No. Compassion means always. So how many percent? Ask.
कंपैशन मतलब हमेशा होना चाहिए और कितना परसेंट
Say 108%. Yeah. How many percent? 108. More than 100. Compassion can only come about by affection. Ask him if he's affectionate to his wife and children. Huh?
It is there.
Is there. So that is called compassion. It comes through affection. So in order to develop compassion, which comes through affection, there must be some connection in terms of relationship. Because that's his wife and that's his children, so naturally there's affection and naturally there's compassion and naturally he feels responsible when they are pained. See? I'm answering his question by asking those other questions. Yeah? So therefore, I'll ask him next question. So you're walking down the street and you have wife and children, but then as you walk down the street, you'll see one mother and she has children and she's begging. You understood? But you will just walk past. Because she's not your wife and children. See? So that means at home you have wife and children. That is called material compassion. But when you walk on the road and you see one mother with children and she's begging for food, you walk past. That means if you compare that you don't have compassion for them because they're not related to you. You don't have affection for them because they're not in your own family. So material compassion is for one's own family members. And Arjuna had the same problem in Bhagavad Gita. In chapter 1, how can I kill my grandfather? Material compassion. But what Prahlad Maharaj is speaking about is different. Just as you have affection for your own wife and children, who's the mother of your children. And when you see another mother that's suffering and she has children, your heart goes out to her also, because that is called spiritual compassion. When you see every living entity as a part and parcel of Krishna. Mamai Vamsa Jiva Loka Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. That everyone is a part and parcel of Krishna, the Supreme Father. When you have that realization, then Paradukha Dukhi, like Prahlad Maharaj, like Srila Prabhupada. Tell him, nice question. For the benefit of everyone, not only for him. Ask him, okay? Mataji, what's your name? Vaishnavi Priya. Vaishnavi Priyasi. So when you see his, the Mataji and their children, he has 108%, not little. Don't keep the, he said 108%. Yeah. But that is maybe material compassion. If you extend your heart to others and see them in relationship to Krishna, not only in relationship to yourself, then that is spiritual compassion. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj is saying everyone in relationship to Krishna, not in relationship just to his father. That is called the highest feature of love. Next comment or question. Now, any Matajis and Vaishnavis have question? Yes. Vaishnavi Priyasi Mataji. And then will come one hand in the back yet. Will come after that. Give microphone. Say Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Eat the microphone.
Hare Krishna.
Nice. Say. Hindi? Okay.
महाराज जी, मैं जो हूँ अपने गुरु महाराज को डायरेक्ट सर्व नहीं कर पाती हूँ, तो मतलब उनके प्रति इतना लव भी नहीं है और इतनी शरणागति भी नहीं है और बेसत भी नहीं है, तो मैं कैसे उसे डेवलप कर सकती हूँ? जैसे प्रभुपाद के डिसाइपल जो है वो
saying I'm not directly serving my spiritual master, neither I have good that level of attachment and affection toward Guru Maharaj like Prabhupada disciples have. The Prabhupada disciples are serving Prabhupada as a Lord with great affection and attachment to Prabhupada. That how can I develop that love, that attachment towards my spiritual master?
Till I have question.
प्रश्न है महाराज के पास आपके लिए.
You have sisters, brothers?
Yes.
Yes. Younger?
Yes.
Ask how many is younger?
कितने छोटे हैं, कितने बड़े हैं? छोटे कितने हैं? कितने साल छोटे हैं आपसे?
दो भाई बहन है, तो एक छोटा भाई, एक छोटी बहन है और 3 साल.
One younger sister, one younger brother.
एक बड़ा.
Yes. One younger and one younger brother and younger sister. So if you take care of your younger brother and younger sister, will it please your mama and papa?
आप अपने भाई बहन का जो देखभाल करने के बाद आपके मम्मी पापा को खुश करते हैं?
Where's the other microphone? Yes.
She's listening.
Say, ask her. In Hindi. See, because you are already mature, but the younger ones are still needing care.
समझ आ गया. आप मैच्योर हैं, लेकिन जो आपके दोनों छोटे हैं वो आपसे और कुछ उनको एक केयर की आवश्यकता है जो आपके थ्रू उसका हो रहा है.
So your service is not to serve your spiritual father.
आपकी सेवा आपके गुरु जी को सर्व करने के लिए सेवा नहीं है।
So your service is to please your spiritual father by serving your younger spiritual brothers and sisters.
तो आप यदि अपने गुरु भाई बहनों को की सेवा यदि करते हैं, वो मेन आपकी सेवा है।
This is how Srila Prabhupada did.
ये हमारे प्रभुपाद जी ने किया।
Srila Prabhupada had temple presidents, traveling sannyasis to take care of the others.
तो प्रभुपाद जी ने तो ये टेम्पल प्रेसिडेंट और इन सबको जो बनाए, इसलिए बनाए ताकि बाकी जो डिवोटीज हैं सन्यासी और ये सब उनका टेक केयर हो सके।
So there was one disciple of Srila Prabhupada. His name was Tripurari Das. So Srila Prabhupada was giving a lecture during the Mayapur festival, Gaur Purnima time in Mayapur. And all the disciples were there, the leaders also. Sannyasis, GBC members and others. So Prabhupada looked at it and he asked the question to one of the leaders, where is Tripurari Das? Then the disciple replied, Srila Prabhupada, Tripurari Prabhu, he said, it's better for me to distribute your books, his books, in the airport in America rather than come to the Gaur Purnima festival.
तो एक उसमें से बताया कि त्रिपुरारी प्रभु जो है वो आगे की पुस्तक वितरण करने में लगे हुए हैं, वो यहाँ आने के बदले अमेरिका में एयरपोर्ट पर पुस्तक वितरण कर रहे हैं।
And Srila Prabhupada replied, yes, he may not be in Mayapur, but by distributing my books, he is always with me and he is in Mayapur.
प्रभुपाद बोले कि देखो यहाँ पे भले वो नहीं है, लेकिन वो किताबों का वितरण कर रहा है, पुस्तक वितरण कर रहा है अमेरिका में, तो हमेशा मेरे साथ है।
So if you want to serve the spiritual master's form, which is Vapu, but that may not be always available easily to serve. But by serving the desires and the instructions of the spiritual master, then one is with the spiritual master. In other words, by serving the Vani, the Vapu comes.
और यदि आप उनके इच्छा को, उनके आदेशों को पालन करते हुए सेवा करते जाते हैं, तो वापु सेवा का मौका मिलेगा।
But if you serve the Vapu, you may forget the Vani.
लेकिन वापु की सेवा के चक्कर में वाणी से वो भूल जाते हैं।
So through the Vani, the Vapu is manifest, comes to you.
वाणी सेवा के माध्यम से वापु सेवा अपने आप आता है, मौका मिल जाता है।
So you can serve also the other members of the family.
तो जो बाकी और परिवार के सदस्य हैं, उन सबकी सेवा करनी चाहिए।
But we're not talking about like a Bhakti Charu Swami caste or a Gopal Krishna Goswami caste or a Bhakti Brihad Bhagavat Swami caste. No, not like that. It's not like this Gotra or dynasty, you know.
मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप जाके भक्ति स्वामी महाराज की गाड़ी की देखभाल करें और गोपाल कृष्ण स्वामी महाराज की गाड़ी
And my caste.
स्वामी महाराज की गाड़ी की देखभाल करें, ऐसा नहीं करेंगे।
You can serve your cousins also, you know, other god brothers, other cousins, like that.
आप जो रिश्तेदार हैं, जो दूसरे गुरु भाई बहन हैं, उनकी सेवा करेंगे।
Ask her, okay.
सही है, ठीक है।
Yes, महाराज, तो जो लव है वो अपने आप ही बढ़ जाएगा।
Then love will gradually develop.
No. When you feel the love of somebody you're pleasing and not being with them, that is called vipralamba, that is separation. Separation is higher than being with the person. Translate.
आप किसी को प्रेम कर रहे हैं, और वो आपके साथ भी उस साथ में नहीं रहते जो प्रेम आ रहा है उनके प्रति, उसको भी प्रलंब भाव कहते हैं। सबसे उच्च कोटि का प्रेम।
So feeling of separation is only for the gopis.
ये तो समझ में आ गया। Understood.
I didn't complete. How can you say she understood? You're naughty. But our feelings of separation is transformed into serving in separation. We're not lazy.
लेकिन हमारा सेपरेशन कैसे होगा? जब हम सेवा करेंगे। गोपी वाला भाव करने का सेवा उस भाव में यदि करते रहेंगे।
So the internal maturity of a realized devotee
आंतरिक जो मैच्योरिटी परिपक्वता वही है
is that you don't want to serve to see and Prabhupada is pleased. You're not serving to please.
आप इसलिए सेवा नहीं करेंगे प्रभुपाद प्रसन्न कर सके।
But you are serving and automatically you know that they are pleased. You're not serving to please. Automatically they are pleased.
लेकिन आप जब सेवा करते हैं तो वो स्वतः ही प्रसन्न हो जाते हैं। आप ऐसा सोचते हैं कि प्रसन्न हो रहे हैं, लेकिन वो हो जाते हैं प्रसन्न हमारी सेवा करने में।
Because if you serve to please and they're not pleased, you will stop serving.
यदि आप सेवा कर रहे हो और प्रसन्न नहीं है तो आप सेवा नहीं करते।
So therefore, a mature devotee knows that the service itself is pleasurable to please. That's all. Won't give up the service.
जो भक्त परिपक्व होते हैं उनको ये बात पता होता है कि सेवा करना ही अपने आप में बहुत ही आनंददायक है, इसलिए उसको करते चले जाते हैं और ऑटोमेटिकली स्वतः ही वो प्रसन्न हो जाते हैं जिनकी सेवा करते हैं।
Tell her a question is quite important.
प्रश्न बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है।
And I'm going to ask another question to answer a question. I'm going to ask you.
महाराज अभी आपको एक अगला प्रश्न पूछेंगे।
Ready?
Yes, Guru. So yes.
Yeah, I'm not your guru, I'm your servant. Okay. You know, the Guru Maharaj is Gopal Krishna Maharaj. You know and you see Gopal Krishna Maharaj.
आप महाराज से मिलने के लिए गए, मैं गुरु महाराज से।
But do you know and you see Srila Prabhupada? Ask. Ask her if she knows and sees Srila Prabhupada. Ask her.
आप प्रभुपाद के बारे में
Hey, microphone.
आप प्रभुपाद के बारे में प्रभुपाद को देखे हैं?
नहीं महाराज।
Tell her that's not true.
Yes.
Tell her answer is not true. So my next question is, does she feel separation from Srila Prabhupada? Ask her.
क्या प्रभुपाद से बिना महसूस करती है? No. थोड़ा
Like him, थोड़ा. Okay, everyone should raise their hand. How many of you feel separation from Srila Prabhupada? Raise your hand. See, that's not Torah. No, she's feeling like that because I'm asking question like that. So let me ask her the question again. So ask her if she feels separation from Srila Prabhupada. Tell her to say yes or no. Yes or no, that's all. Don't give explanation. Say yes or no.
Yes.
Yes. But you didn't see Srila Prabhupada physically. So therefore that is not material. It's on the spiritual platform. Somebody you never met in person, but you know them.
आपने देखा नहीं लिखना चाहते हैं।
So you wasn't with Srila Prabhupada, but you are with Prabhupada?
आप हमेशा प्रभुपाद के साथ ही भले हैं।
That's called service.
इसी को सेवा बोलते हैं।
So similarly, you're not with Shripad Gopal Krishna Maharaj now, but you are with him. Same thing.
जैसा वो अपने गुरु के साथ में नहीं है, लेकिन आप सदगुरु के साथ हैं कि आप सेवा करते हैं।
So the Vani brings the Vapu into one's life.
तो वाणी से वापू मिलता है।
Ask her, okay?
ठीक है।
Ask her if she's part of the pizza team to prepare tomorrow.
आप पिज्जा टीम के सदस्य हैं और she is confused now.
Tell her Mataji will clear confusion. Later. Right?
बात कर लीजिए, कंफ्यूजन बात
Later. Okay, I don't know how much time.
It's 9-10 minutes. You can take one more question.
One more question. He has hand up. He had the hand before you. Prabhu, name? Naam?
My name is Gopesh Shukla.
Gopesh. Shukla. Ki jai. Okay, Gopesh, tell us your question.
I have two questions.
No, one question.
I will ask second question.
We don't know.
I want to become devotee like Maharaj Sabri, Nishad Bhrat and Kevatji. How can I become like
Mata Sabri.
Sabri. Yeah.
This was my question.
How can
I become like those? How can I become like
Sabri Mata?
Like Sabri Mata and Nishad Raj, Kevat Maharaj.
You can live in forest?
Yeah, I can live in forest.
From when? From when?
From where?
कब से? From when?
No, currently I'm not living in forest.
कब से आप जा रहे हैं?
After 7
Ask him married?
आप शादीशुदा हैं या?
No.
Ask him he wants to get married?
Yeah.
Ask him Shabri was married?
No.
So? Tell him change his question. Change the question. Change your question. You can follow the mood of Shabri, but you cannot be Shabri. Say.
आप सबरी माता के पदचिन्हों को अनुसरण कर सकते हैं, लेकिन सबरी माता
I wanted to ask, how can I follow his
Footsteps. Yeah, footsteps to forest. Okay.
जंगल जाना पड़ेगा, कुछ स्टेप्स यदि फॉलो करना है, अविवाहित होकर जाना, शादी नहीं करनी, नो मैरिज.
No, I understood your question. Tell him I understood.
महाराज,
So now I'm giving answer, practical answer.
अब आपको प्रैक्टिकल उत्तर मिलेगा.
Okay. So, you know Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? Say.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Nice. Say loudly.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Now say Rama, not Ram. Say the mantra again.
Rama.
Yeah. Say mantra full.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Everyone? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So Srila Prabhupada said that the word Rama in the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra has three meanings. One meaning is Rama means Parusaram. Yes, it's an incarnation of Krishna. He's also called Rama. The other meaning is Lord Ramachandra. He's called Rama also. And the other meaning is Balaram. Balaram is also called Rama. Like Vibha Varishesha Aloka Pravesha. You know that verse? Rama Krishna Hayagriva. That's Rama, which means Balaram. Krishna means Krishna. So the meaning of Rama is three. So one disciple asked Srila Prabhupada, should we meditate on Parusaram or Balaram or Lord Ramachandra when we chant Hare Krishna? Srila Prabhupada said, you don't meditate on any one of them. You chant, you simply hear. It's not smarana, meditation, you hear. But then the disciple insisted, so what meditation style? Srila Prabhupada said, as you like. Whether it's Parusaram, Balaram or Ramachandra, they are all Vishnu Tattva, as you like. But the actual meaning of Rama is Krishna, who is the reservoir of eternal pleasure known as Rama. So if you want to follow in the footsteps of Shabari, what should you do now? I gave you answer. Say, ask him.
I understood.
What you understood?
I have to go to forest.
You don't have to go to forest. That was first answer. That is imitation. Going to forest is imitation. Now how should you follow the consciousness of Shabari? What should you do?
I will chant mantra.
You will chant mantra. Maha mantra, not mantra. You will chant? Chant first.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
I didn't hear him. I heard all of you. I just want to hear him. Chant, let's see.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
And for how many minutes you'll chant per day or how many hours? You want to follow Shabari's consciousness?
आपको सबरी माता की चेतना को फॉलो करना है ना, उनके स्टेप्स को फॉलो करना है, तो कितना घंटा जप करेंगे? 16 राउंड 16 hours नहीं, 16 माला ना? हाँ, 16 राउंड
of japa. So how many rounds of japa are you chanting currently?
No chanting.
No chanting. You want to. Nice, you have a nice desire. So how many rounds you'll start with? Not 16, how many you'll start with? 1 round, 2 round, 3 round, how many rounds you'll start with?
I will start 2 rounds.
Nice. Let's chant for him. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Now who will help you along this path of chanting? You know any devotees here? Adbhuta? What? Name? He's also Adhikata. Oh, you original. Adhikata Bandhu. Bandhana. Where's Adhikata Bandhana now? Stand up. Hare Krishna. He's also going sideways. Pizza tomorrow. Adhikata Bandhu will help you. Tell him. Yes? Good? This nice devotee, Shukla ji. Right? So he is going to chant 2 rounds from today. From when?
कब से?
You have beads, mala? Yeah. Make sure, huh? And then, Shukla ji, from 2 rounds, when you will go to 3? Every 3 days, he'll increase by 1. You better do this before you get married. No. They are not laughing at you. They're happy. Everyone, right? They're happy, right? They're not laughing at you. They are happy that you're going to take that commitment before you get married. See, they're not laughing now. That okay, Shukla? So everyone please bless him that after so many days of 3 units of days, he will chant 16 rounds by the mercy of Adhikata Bandhu. Adhikata Bandhana. That okay? Yeah. So now let's bless him. Because he wants you to bless him. He says you were laughing, but that's like you're happy. But now let's bless him. Get serious. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Shriman Shukla ji ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Anand, here's one question. If I don't take question, he won't sleep. Huh? Okay. Okay. Pitambar Krishna. Yamuna Nagar. He's here for the course. The Yamuna flows there. Yamuna Nagar. Yamuna is there. Pure.
You can see the break, Maharaj.
Can see that?
You can see the break. River bed you can see.
Yamuna Nagar. So when you're inviting me there to take bath there?
Maharaj, when you wish, you can come. It's near Haridwar and Kurukshetra.
I don't know, we'll see. I like to do that. You come? You come? He's coming.
If he allows.
No, I'm allowing. Yes, Pitambar Krishna Prabhu.
Maharaj, would be a comment, like, not a question, just a comment, Maharaj. Like, first of all, thank you very much for a very nice and wonderful class, Maharaj. And the compassion about which you are telling, like one pastor of Prabhupada is there, where he gave the name Bhavananda to his singers, Bhavananda Swami Maharaj from Bhavananda Prabhu. So when this name was given, like Maharaj was very much in despair, like Bhavananda, like a person taking pleasure in Bhava or material world. So even other devotees were teasing sort, and Maharaj was like, what a name Prabhupada is given, and he approached Prabhupada, like, Prabhupada, why have you given me a name Bhavananda? Then Prabhupada told this, what Maharaj you told, and I could understand the importance of this thing. Like it is even higher than the ecstasy of the bhava which the devotee in the spiritual world are experiencing. So this pleasure is not there even in the spiritual world, the bhava is the ananda and preaching.
Yeah, the ecstasy of preaching. Yeah, so Prabhupada's exact words was when Bhavananda Prabhu asked, what is the meaning of this Bhavananda? So Prabhupada said, the bliss of the material world. And he got shocked. Bliss of the material world. Prabhupada then said, the bliss of the material world means you have an opportunity to preach. So therefore Bhavananda, that's the real bliss of the material world. Mahaprasade Govinde. Right? What's the menu today? Give microphone. Now this is the bliss in the ISKCON temple. What's that? Aloo and palak, yeah. Rice. Chana dal. Chapati. Sweet. Kheer. So it's a good breakfast, right? Looks like a elaborate breakfast. Oh, mung dal, sprouts. Sprouts, like a salad. Okay. So everyone's invited for prasad. You know what the menu is. So they say the prasadam prays downstairs or here? Okay. Bhagavad.
One Mataji want to ask one question.
One Mataji question.
She said if it is prasadam time, then I'll ask it next time.
No. She's saying, first she put her hand up, she said she wants to ask a question, right? Then she's saying in a polite way, if it's prasadam time, then we don't have to take the question. Give her the microphone. Ask her what time she came for class today. What time she came for class today. Ask her what time she's...
She was late.
Yeah, I didn't see her here. She just came for prasadam. In time for prasadam. What's your name?
My name is Sonali Chaluka.
Sonali Chaluka.
Chaluka is the dynasty. Caste. Huh? Sonali, what's your question?
Actually, I came and the person, the boy sitting here.
Which boy?
Shuklaji.
He's not a boy, he's a young man.
So, I have a question.
He's your son, then he's boy.
Okay, so he's a young man.
Okay.
Fine, I asked my question in Hindi.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So, मुझे अभी तक ये समझ में आया कि अगर कोई
Can you talk slowly? Slowly.
मुझे अभी तक ये समझ में आया जितना मैंने प्रवचन लिया उससे मुझे ये समझ में आया अगर मुझे कृष्ण की भक्ति करनी है तो मुझे शादी नहीं करनी चाहिए.
She said what she has understood that if she wants to do Krishna Bhakti, then she does not get married. And married she can do Krishna.
Tell her, I'm glad you asked the question.
And now I'm married.
Maharaj,
No, I'm glad you asked the question.
आपके प्रश्न से महाराज बहुत खुशी हुई.
Because she's clarifying.
महाराज clarify करेंगे.
Because she decoded my answer to him for her, and she's not him.
आपने महाराज के उत्तर को डिकोड कर दिया है, जो कि उनके लिए था वो आपने अपने लिए डिकोड किया.
Sonali, where's your Prabhu, your husband?
Sorry for one. कहाँ पे है? He's in Ghaziabad.
Dilshad in Delhi.
Oh, he's here on this earth planet. He's here, right? Yeah. Ask if she's mother.
मम्मी कहाँ है?
No, she is mother. Yeah, you. Okay. So now, in Krishna consciousness, you can be a devotee in any ashram.
Sorry. एक कृष्ण भावना जो संस्था है, संघ है, जो आंदोलन है, उसमें आप किसी भी आश्रम में रहकर कृष्ण की भक्ति कर सकते हैं.
Whether you're brahmachari or brahmacharini, not married, or whether you're a wife or a husband, or whether you're mother or father or grandfather or grandmother, you can still be devotee.
चाहे आप किसी भी आश्रम में शादीशुदा हैं या नहीं, ब्रह्मचारी है, गृहस्थ है, मम्मी है, पापा है, भाई है, कुछ भी है, आप बन सकते हैं.
So how many of you are husbands here?
कितने पति देव?
See, they are devotees, see. So many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many of you are wives? Raise your hand. See, they're all devotees next to you. They're all devotees. Right? How many of you are mothers? Raise your hand. See, they are devotees. How many of you are fathers? Raise your hand. See, they are all devotees. Does it answer your question?
ना ये इस प्रश्न का उत्तर भी लिया.
She is practical. See, they hear.
पर इसके लिए हस्बैंड को भी यहाँ आगे रहना पड़ेगा. मैं उनके लिए मना नहीं कर सकती. तो कृष्ण भक्त बनने के लिए मुझे उनके लिए
She cannot live without him, means her husband. So her husband, I'm telling you.
What she's saying?
She's saying she cannot live without her husband.
Tell her that is good.
ये तो अच्छी बात है. हाँ?
और वो कृष्ण भक्ति नहीं मानते.
And he doesn't appreciate Krishna.
No, tell her she cannot live with husband. That's the first part. That is good. Say.
अब पति आप पति के बिना नहीं रह सकते, ये तो अच्छी बात है.
That means she is dedicated and she is loyal to her husband. It's good.
अपने पति के प्रति इतने लॉयल हैं, इतने समर्पित हैं.
Yeah. Now tell her, although the husband may not be so favorable, that is not true.
ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको पति ज्यादा आपको फेवरेबल नहीं है, सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहे आपको कृष्ण भक्ति में, ये भी पूरा सही है.
That is according to Sonali's perspective, not husband's perspective.
ये आपका भी साथ हो सकता है, आपके पति का भी साथ.
Now you understood part of my answer so far? It's very important. Each step I'm taking in this. That's for everyone else also. Yeah.
इतना तक तो आपको समझ में आ गया.
Yeah.
इसलिए महाराज स्टेप बाय स्टेप आगे.
So Sonali, what is the good name of your good husband?
Sorry.
Saurabh. Okay. So Saurabh is a good husband. Say.
She's accepting.
Yeah. Yes or no? Yes. So therefore, you should change, not Saurabh. Don't change him.
आपको बदलना पड़ेगा ना कि सौरभ प्रभु को बदलना है.
And how? Now I'll tell you how. Yeah. So Saurabh doesn't want to see you as a devotee. Yes or no?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Got it? But Saurabh wants to see you as a better wife and as a better daughter-in-law to his mother. No. You don't have to qualify that. So when Saurabh sees that you are a better daughter-in-law to his mother, and automatically you are a better wife to him, then he will appreciate what you are doing. You must not show him that you are a better person spiritually than him. That's not going to work. What works is that Krishna consciousness makes you a better wife and a better daughter-in-law. That works for Saurabh. You know what to do? So don't change Saurabh. Who should change? Yeah, as a better wife and a better daughter-in-law, especially to your mother-in-law. And that's very hard to the mother-in-law. Because so-called, the original value systems are there, but so-called value systems have become uncultured. There's no value in any value systems. See? So you may feel, but Maharaj, mother-in-law, I have to think about that one. No, you have to consider Saurabh, not the mother-in-law. Your focus is on Saurabh. When he sees that you have changed in relation to his mother, then automatically you'll see his favorability. It may take a while. Consider it carefully and act on it. Don't think about it. Act. Thinking means mental. Acting means the heart, the language of the heart. Act on it. Brahmacharis, you heard the answer? Better stay brahmachari. I think questions like this will come up in your life also. Sonali, thank you very much. And I hope you came hungry. You came hungry today? Answer yes or no? Yes. Mataji? Not tomorrow's pizza, today. You must take breakfast before you go. Please. Yes or no? Yes. She's enthusiastic. So who will help her with the breakfast? Yeah. And make sure when we eat, we are not shy. We're not looking around. People are saying, how much we're taking more of. You take as much as you want. Good. See, she's doing like this. Good. What did you help her? You know Sonali? Sonali, you know anyone? Vaishnavi? Make sure, eat till here. And send some nice takeaway, nicely packed. Not in plastic bag. Some nice takeaway for Saurabh.
कुछ प्रसाद पैक करके दे दीजिएगा सौरभ को. इनको यहाँ तक खिलाना है, कुछ पैक करके सौरभ को.
You must send after she eats, she takes some for Saurabh. See, so Saurabh is seeing that you are changing, and the prasadam will change him. Now don't tell Saurabh I said that. Good? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Now.
Why are you holding stomach? Hungry. Say in the microphone in Hindi. Hold the stomach. Hold the stomach. All right. Bhagavat breakfast prasadam ki. Bhagavat is my name also. Srila Prabhupada ki. Anantakari Vaishnav Vrindi ki. ISKCON Ghaziabad Yatra ki. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.